Hi everybody, it's Carla from Casey Creates. Hello to all of you, especially my new subscribers. Thank you for visiting with me and choosing to spend a little bit of time watching my videos. I just like to come and craft and chat and feel like I have some community as we work on what we love doing. So thanks for stopping by. I mentioned a few days ago that I was going to work on a whole palette of white paper flowers and do some altering of paper flowers. And I started and ended up getting myself into a little more busy work than I was expecting, but it has been a lot of fun. So I thought I would come and show you what I've been up to, and maybe even craft a couple of them with you. So I showed you my little case here, and I've been just over the last few weeks collecting all white and ivory colored various paper flowers, daisies and mums, and mostly roses, and then I have a whole bunch of these little daisy little flowers that I'll put stamen in and little flat backs, and and then I've been getting the majority of them from Little Birdie, and I got a box of them yesterday. I keep ordering them because they had this Dollar Days sale, and I ordered some once, and then after I ordered them I thought I probably should really take advantage of this sale and order some more. So I did, and then about a week later, after I've started using them, I'm like, oh, they're already dwindling. If the sale's still going, I'm going to order again. So I must have gotten greedy because I ordered the third time and they still haven't fulfilled my order. I'm sure they will at some point, but it's certainly not because I really need them. So in this little order, I just got a few more of the small ones. And I was just amazed at how they were pricing everything so inexpensive. I'll show you this first. It's decoupage paper. And it was $1. I say that quietly, like maybe they'll change the price if I say it louder. But it is super pretty. And I don't know if many of you know, some of you might, that I absolutely love to decoupage. I teach high school art, and we've been trying to teach pottery with 90% of our class being virtual. And so earlier this week, as part of my lesson, I decided to have them create paper mache vessels. And so we pulled out strips of paper and glue, and it was really fun because I felt like I was paper crafting, even though it was ceramics class. Aren't these pretty? Oh my goodness, those are gorgeous. So I don't know who makes this. It says decoupage. Oh, yep, it's Little Birdie brand. And I think there's two. Yeah, so there's two of this one. Just love that stack of teacups. So I'm not sure much of the sale is still going on, but to be perfectly honest, their prices are really good all the time, if you ask me. So I can put a few more of my paper flowers in my container here. So I hope you all are well. It would be nice if everyone could really talk to each other and share how their week has gone. I think mine went pretty well. I don't know where I put these. Oh, maybe I didn't have these. I thought I had a little compartment for each style. Well, we'll share. Actually, there's less of these, more of these. So put those there, put those there. These are all in a bouquet, so I'll just take those out later. I really like these. I'm told these are all handmade. I'm going to see if this tag tells the story. But I found out about Little Birdie from Shaz Evans at Crafted Seasons by Shaz. Hi, Shaz. She's such a sweet friend. Boy, I think I'll just stick them there. I guess I ordered these because I thought I already had them, but I don't have that one. I do have this one. Most of them are in there. So these are really, really tiny, but that's okay. I'll still tell you the crazy thing I decided to do with them. Let me see if I can read this. It's quite small. These embellishments are handmade by skilled artisans. This range endeavors to provide employment to underprivileged women in rural parts of India. Minor imperfections are an integral part of this range because they're art, they're handmade. That's awesome. So I think that was another motivation for me to buy the handmade flowers from Little Birdie. But what I've been up to is altering them. So after I alter one, I just transfer it into this container. And something that I've been doing that is really kind of time consuming, but I just felt the need to do it, is I've literally been, can you see that? Oops. Decoupaging the petals of the flowers. So this one was this one, and I just took my time and put little pieces of decoupage napkin on each petal, because Prima sells them with printed petals, and of course I could purchase them that way, but it just felt like a fun little craft to just sit and kind of putz. And sometimes I really like to do tedious little tiny work, not so much like beading or embroidery, but this was really fun. So I literally put decoupage on the petals of the flowers. And let's see, I think I have one I could put together. I've been hoarding this beautiful tissue paper that was gifted to me a while ago from the lovely Edwina Kinch. I've never seen it again. If anybody knows where I can find that printed kind of tissue paper, I would love to buy it. I often look online for that. It's got these red and pink little cottage roses. But I also decoupaged the petals of this one with that little teeny bit of tissue paper. And I'm going to put one together. I'm going to put a couple together. Yeah, I'll do that part first. So I don't know if you'd like to craft along with me, if you're working on something right now and you can pull it out and grab your cup of tea. I would love to have a little crafting time with you. Or maybe you're just exhausted from a long week. I'll just visit and chat with you. I have a little box here where I had been just keeping my tiny little remnants. For instance, I have this one, and I should have brought those sheets in with me. What I did was I made a collage of different prints and papers that I really like, and then I printed it onto thin plain sheets of rice paper. Well, this one isn't. This one is a decoupage sheet by Craft Consortium. But you can tell I have a theme, a running theme here, which is always little tiny floral prints. And let me see if I can find, these are the little, I think these are these cherry blossoms or apple blossoms. But I even took the time to decoupage on the petals of the little cherry blossoms. Let me see if I can find one that I finished. Let's see. I don't know what I did with those. I did have some cherry blossom ones that I decoupaged on. They don't seem to be here right now, but you get the idea, I think. Let's see if this is one. No. I always think I have everything I want to show you. Oh, here it is. I did bring it. Well, let me make a little order here. Normally the main medium I work with is clay. It had been for over 20 years, and I can't tell you how much I've really just thrown myself into the paper and lace crafting, so much so that I hate to admit it, but clay has kind of taken a back seat for a little while. Maybe that's okay, because you grow, you evolve in the things you'd like to do, and I think that's just what happened. Clay will always be my first love, but I've been having so much fun with paper and lace crafting. So this is one of the cherry blossoms, and I just put my little napkins and rice paper directly on the petals. And they just look so whimsical to me and fairy-like. And I was kind of dissing these paper flowers that I bought, and I was thinking they were kind of cheap. But you know what? They actually took the decoupaging better than the mulberry paper ones. The mulberry paper ones got a little soggy and started losing their shape. But this one I used some script paper on, and I'm going to just color the inside of it. Let me see where I've got some markers that I picked up in a haul. I thought, oh yeah, there they are. So I may have showed you these, but I don't think I ever did the haul video. They're Jane Davenport markers. Well, they're not really markers, they're paint brushes where the paint comes through. Let's see if I can find the brown one, this one. And I used these because of the nice tip. It took me forever to figure out that you have to take, get my little rag here. I feel like I'm about to make a mess. You have to take that little ring off in order for the ink to come through the little channel. And I didn't know that, so I literally had to go online and figure out how to make these things work. So because this one's still kind of white down in the center, I'm gonna just I want to wet this because I don't want it to come out dark at all. I just want it to be really light. I'll show you another one I used with this color, and it ended up looking more lavender than brown, which I liked. So this is a really nice tip. It gets right down in the little crevices. So I'm gonna enjoy coloring the flowers with this watercolor. And then when I'm finished, I brushed it with Mod Podge just to keep it sealed. So this is the one I decoupaged with script paper. And these are the two tiny little cherry blossoms. And this is the one with the little cottage roses. And I thought maybe I would show you how I did, like this one, it's real shabby, a start to a real shabby one. And I have a hot glue gun, but I might just use my Fabri-Tac. Let's see. It's not about just stacking this one on this one, and then which other one will I put with it? I don't really want to cover it up too much. I have been known to trim these down. I think I'll try that. Where are my sweet little Mary scissors? My sweet little Mary scissors. Love these. I'm just trimming it down because when I layer this one on top of this one, I want it to show the pattern a little more. I don't want to cover it up so much. It's just so nice to be sitting down. I think I was here last Friday at this time telling you how wonderful it is to just be sitting down, able to do something that's enjoyable, and I can't complain. I really like my job. It just poses so many challenges when we're doing it remote. I always tease and say once we don't have to be virtual, well, I go to school every day, I have to be in person, but I'm saying, laugh and say, once I don't have to, I'll finally get a hang of all this technology when I don't have to use it anymore. But isn't it funny how I think YouTube and making videos has helped me better in the classroom? So God works in mysterious ways. And the actual added blessing of having a husband who's an IT tech guy. I can usually just holler for help, which I do quite often. So when I make my videos, I don't do a lot of the fancy things that I see on a lot of channels. And I barely taught myself how to edit, just a little bit. And so I'm grateful for that. But I understand when people use the simplest approaches to technology as possible, because that's how I operate. My son is an editor and uses all these fancy pro editing softwares, but he has no patience for his mother. He is like, I ask him for help and he's like, here, done. I'm like, okay, I certainly didn't catch that. But talking with you, I can just hit play and hope that we don't get, cut off for any reason. So this is what I thought I would stick in there, but now I feel like it needs one more layer, and it might need to be blingy. Let's see if this one looks good on this one. Nope. This one will look nice on this one, yes. So I'll stick, oops, this one to this one. I just bumped the cord to my lamp, that's what happened. Then I'll offset the petals so that I'll try to offset the petals. didn't work so well. I rarely ever use the glue gun. It glues much faster than my Fabri-Tac. Let's see, I'm making a mess here. Whoops. We'll try that again. A little bit of hot glue. And there. Okay. And then I'm going to stick this guy in here. Well, I also have been altering boxes. Another one of my favorite ways to craft, covering them with pretty papers and then layering them with all kinds of shabby chic lace and trim and flowers. And so I thought I would come back and show you that too if you'd like to see. I think I'm going to make it this weekend. I said this last weekend and I didn't quite manage to do it, but I'm hoping, let me see, I have a box of bling somewhere to just craft. It's really cold here. I wish we would get some snow. Yeah, I wish it would turn to snow, but so far it's just predicted to be cold rain. So that's the kind of weather when you get a nice hot cup of something and you craft. And of course I didn't bring my flat backs in here. I finally have an organized box with everything in it, and then I leave it in the other room. I kind of like that though. This is just one of those polymer clay roses that I made. Let's see. What else might I have? It's really not that serious of a flower. To take all this thought, but if you don't mind, I don't mind. I really was just trying to find something pink to go in the center. But since I did bring my flatbacks, I'll do that. That's pretty. This is just a little daisy applique. And then I'll just quickly show you my the ones that I painted with my paint brushes. I might decoupage a petal or two. I just don't want to make this go too long. So I have a little palette here. I'll move these off to the side for a minute. And in my palette I have some Mod Podge glue and I have some gesso. And like these, I would probably even put a teeny bit of gesso. Just to dull it down a little bit. Yeah, that works. It's a glue gun string. Just a little. And then when that dries, it won't be such a bright pop of color. Tone it down a teeny bit. I just love this kind of thing. You know what would be fun? I know we can't do this during COVID, but sometimes I hear ladies talk about craft retreats that they go on. Oh, how I'd love to meet up with some of you and just have a weekend crafting session. That would be so much fun. We won't rule it out. It could be in our future someday. Nobody's really gotten to visit with anybody in our family this whole year. I know we're not alone. But thankfully I do live close enough that I can see my sister on occasion. But even when we're together, we wear masks. But you know what? Let's talk about something else. I just want to craft and pretend that all is right with the world. So what I did that you probably think is insane is I just kind of eyeballed the shape of each petal. And I did tear them, but for time's sake, let's see, is that big enough? No. I'm going to make it wider. I cut them. I tore them on the other ones, but this one I'll cut them just for time. And it was really easy because, oops, I made these too small. What about there? No, let's just start over. Throw those away. So again, these are just some of the little rice paper ones I made by copying it onto rice paper. I'll pull these out. I'm really sorry. I've been intently looking at what I'm doing, and I might not be where you can see me. And I'm just going to eyeball this size of this. I've noticed the days are starting to gradually get longer. I don't know how I feel about that. Mostly because I never really look forward to the summer months because it's so hot. But it is nice to see the sun longer. Where is my glue? I wanted to show you what I do with just a bottle of Elmer's glue. Gee, I think there's like someone playing tricks on me because that Elmer's glue was right there. And now it's not. So I'll just do it with the paintbrush, which is also an easier way to do it. I had a really tiny pointed glue bottle and I was just using that, applying it with the glue bottle directly onto the petals, but I don't see it. So this is what I did. Just put a nice heavy application of glue, not just so it'll stick, but also so it'll firm up. This is the matte Mod Podge, so it won't be shiny because I didn't really want them shiny. And let it absorb into the rice paper. So the last 2 weekends I really had fun running around to different craft stores with my sister, which people think that because we're twins and we live close by and we're great friends, which is all true, that we see each other all the time, but we really don't. And so to be able to hang out and do that for 2 weekends in a row, 2 Saturdays, oh my goodness, we had so much fun. But it's already been determined that we won't be doing that tomorrow, so I'm going to just keep on crafting. And my intention, but because I was having so much fun running around, I didn't get back to do a video. I was going to show you all the things I picked up in a haul. And so maybe I'll do that. And I want to show you my altered boxes and progress on prizes for my giveaway challenge that is still going, by the way. My heart's so full from the kindness of so many of you who have participated or indicated that you'd like to, and you know, I just want to take the pressure off and let you know whatever you decide is doable for you, do it, but don't pressure yourself in any way. Not that I think you will, but just in case, I want everybody to be safe above all else and feel safe. So again, I'm just trimming this one down. And this is going almost, well, yeah, I am at 30 minutes now, so it's a bit daunting to expect somebody to sit and watch for 30 minutes. I think, of course, if we were all in the same room, we would certainly craft longer than 30 minutes. But I don't want to assume. Hey, I have an idea though. If you guys know of any new crafters that you've really been enjoying lately, please let me know. I love watching the crafting videos. One lady who's been on for years and years and years but hasn't done a lot of videos lately is Paper Made Pretty, and I've been watching her because I've been really having fun doing the layering shabby chic, and she just does that like a master of the art. Her layering in shabby chic is just, you want to reach through the screen. It's just so lush and thick with layers and pretties, bling and lace and trim, and she just really has an eye for it. And I will say, some of you might have had this happen, but for some reason I was going through my subscriber list and going, oh, I forgot about this person, and oh, how come I haven't seen that person? And then I checked, and knowing that I ring the notification bell on almost all of my subscriptions, they were all unchecked, and I didn't do that. So somehow YouTube, I don't know if they unchecked you on purpose or what, but on many of my subscriptions I had to go back and ring the bell or recheck it to make sure I got the notifications. And I know that some people, I've missed challenges and videos that I would have really liked to have seen, but the notification bell was no longer checked. So I don't know how that happened. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do a little shortcut. I put the glue all over this one, and then I'm just going to lay the rice paper on top, and I'm going to wait for it to dry. No, I'm not patient enough to wait for it to dry. Maybe I'll snip it all away right now. It's just so much fun to do this. The whole time though I'm going, why are you doing that? That's not necessary. You can buy them like that. But I think people say that about all kinds of art. People say that about a mug that I make. Oh, I could just buy a mug. I'm like, yes, but it's not a handmade mug. These scissors are wonderful. I'm probably not helping them by cutting them with glue. But when they stop working, I'll have them as a keepsake because they're super pretty, and they have Mary's beautiful beading on the end. I'm not afraid to use pretty things just because I think we're supposed to enjoy the nice things as well as the useful things. Isn't that gorgeous? That little freesia flower hanging on the end. I know many of us were gifted these because Mary's just so lovely and kind and supportive. So now I have this one and this one, and I will just stagger them and trim that a teeny bit better. And I think what makes the flower just says you're finished is when you put the stamen in there. And I purchased some stamen. I don't know why, you just feel so all thumbs when it's time to craft with you. Because again, I had, oh there they are. I'm not losing my mind. I'm going to put some stamen in the middle. I'm just going to fold these over. And layer these. When these firm up, I can kind of curl the petals and shape them a little better. Because right now, the moisture from the glue has caused them to flatten out. going to try to find the hole here. I have an awl somewhere that would poke through better, but that worked. And glue these in. Like so. Oh, I lost one. And I think it needs it, so I'm going to feed that through there. You can also have fun coloring the stamen to whatever color you want. You don't necessarily have to buy them in all different colors. So I'll just stick some glue under here and pull these through. And then, like I said, I'm going to paint these with a little bit of Mod Podge, and that'll stiffen them up some, and then I'll be able to reshape the petals a little better. But that's pretty. Let me cut this off. I better use better scissors, and as far as tougher, not so delicate scissors. So there's that one. And this one. I wonder if it'd look okay in there. That's a bit much. I don't know, what do you think? Maybe not. And then I have this one that I did, let's see, needs a little more glue. I don't like to glue them too much because I like the petals to be nice and movable like a real flower. But this one I added stamen, and you can't tell, but I put my gesso on the petals, and I think I'll put a little bit of something. Oh, I know where all my things went. I made these pockets a while ago, and I have all kinds of glitter and things inside. And one thing I wanted to definitely try out is this Bo Bunny glitter paste. But for this one, this is like bronze, what is this called? Glitter paint. It's just glitter paint. So I'll get a different brush. And I just want to put a little bit on the edges. Well, that's really dark. Not sure I like that. It's a little darker than I like, but I'll just use a little bit. There we go, that's not bad. I guess I thought it would have more shimmer. It's by Recollections. Oh, I know. I was trying to remember, what did I put on the center? I have gold acrylic paint. So I craft in two different places. I craft here in the table, and then I have another spot off of the dining room. And I cleaned that spot all up because I decided to come in here. But I didn't clearly bring everything I use in crafting with me. But it's kind of pretty. White is a little bit heavy there. And kind of watercolor that away a little, make it blend a little better. I guess maybe after it dries I'll like it better. We'll see. So with that one. And then I want to show you one last thing before I go, because this has gotten quite long. I have these really pretty colored ones that I use the paint pens with. Just reaching over here to grab them because they spilled out. But it's so nice with these tips on them because you can go, whoops. You can go right down into the center, and if you dip them in water, you get a lighter application, and if you just use the full strength of the ink or paint, it comes darker. Oh, I dripped a little there. But look at how pretty they can be. These started out as just the white ones, and now I have this one, and then this is the one that was with the brown pen, but it ended up turning into more of a lavender. Let's see if you can see the color better on all white. Let me move this. So this is the kind of lavender one. Just interesting how my brown skin is making it not show up as well. Okay. Excuse me. And I have a really pretty variegated pink one. And then this is a yellow one. I was starting to put some decoupage napkin on it, but by the time I got to that one I was tired and I just put it all away. I have another pretty lavender one with glitter, and there's a coral one, coral colored. I don't know, it could be more peachy. There's another one of those that ended up looking lavender, and this one has got lavender stickles on it. What else do I have? I did this one with, I mean, this one almost feels like porcelain. It's really dried nice and hard, and that's Mod Podge. When you just use the paint though, it's like nice and soft still. And what else? I think that might be the, I have a couple more. Yeah, this is another one where I use the Mod Podge and it's really hard like a porcelain flower. And then there's this one. And all I did is, where's my phone? Oh, my students are funny. Their final grades are due at midnight, so they're scrambling, and I can't say I wouldn't be the same. Where's my palette? Here it is. I want to show you. Let's see. I took some glitter, as you would typically do, and brush. Which one should we do? Let's do, I don't know. Let's do this guy. Just brush him with a little bit of glue. And give him a little dusting. And it's as simple as that. they just become fairy-tastic. I just made that up, of course. So I've got this one last thing I was going to try, which is called, is it powder? I don't even know. It's sometimes funny because I don't really always know what I'm buying. It's just clearanced. So I thought, oh, that for clearance, and because I don't know what it is, I'll try it. This is clearly not powder. So I'm going to just try it on, which one? I'm going to get one that is not too precious, because I'm not sure how this is going to turn out. Let's try one of these little ones. So this, oh, it's pretty straightforward. Just adds a lovely shimmer in this rose gold mauve-y color. It's pretty. I do like, and it doesn't apply real, it's kind of sheer, which is even nicer. Okay, I like that too. You may not see that very well. So you could put it on as heavy or as light as you like. I'm going to go for a little bit more just because it's so small. I want it to show up. So this is my glimmer, not glimmer mist. What did we call it? Glitter paste. Glitter paste. You should probably do this on a stencil. So thanks for hanging out with me while I play with flowers. That's fun. And I'm going to quickly put this all back in my bag for now, because I'm going to move back onto my altered boxes that I've been working on. There's one that's in the process. And then this one, it's been fun because the boxes that different things have come in at Christmas, if they look like really nice sizes for altering, I saved them. And typically they just end up in a box and I never look at them again. But I forced myself to say, I'm going to actually start using those boxes. So I'll be back to show you another video of my altered shabby chic boxes. And if you'd like to join me, I'll see you again soon. Thanks for hanging out and watching, and have a happy day.